My name is Cumming. I'm the author of a new travel book for people interested in science and technology, which is called the Geek Atlas. And I've made this video exclusively for Amazon to give you an idea of what the book is all about. I'm not a professional writer. I'm someone who likes traveling, and I like science and technology. And on one of my trips when I was working in Munich, I discovered a wonderful museum called the Deutsches Museum, which is an enormous science museum. And I went back to my hotel and I wondered to myself why I'd never heard of this, since I was the sort of person who liked going around science museums and seeing scientific sites. And so I immediately went onto Amazon and tried to find a travel book for someone like me. I figured that someone must have already written a book for people interested in science and technology, and I'd be able to go and get this travel guide and get it sent to me. I sat there in this hotel room and I couldn't find anything. And I thought to myself, well, this is silly. There must be lots of other people like me. And what I should do is go out and write one if I can make a long enough list of places. So I sat down and I made a list of places that I'd been over the years, places that I thought were fascinating and weren't just boring, so-and-so slept here or so-and-so died here at some point. And I got a pretty long list, and the result is this book, the Geek Atlas. It's 128 places around the world where science, technology or mathematics really come alive. There's nothing in the book which I would consider boring. You should be able to go there, you should be able to get a feeling for the people, the place, the science, the technology. And the book itself describes both the place, how to get there, what the history is, what's there, and also the science behind it. Because my other big problem with going to visit scientific places is that you'll often get told a one-line description of why it's significant, and you're left either to go find out for yourself what the science is all about, or you're left with no information at all. For example, the Science Museum in London is in the Geek Atlas. Of course, it's a very famous science museum. And one of my favourite exhibits is the reconstruction of Charles Babbage's difference engine number 2. It's a wonderful machine made almost entirely out of brass, reconstructed to Charles Babbage's plans and to show that his difference engine idea could have worked and it could have been built with the tools of the time. And it is regularly demonstrated. In the book, I describe in detail the mathematics behind the difference engine and how it was used to calculate sequences of numbers for building log tables and other books of tables that were necessary for calculations during the 19th century. Another place is the Horn antenna in Homedale, New Jersey. This is a large antenna that was originally used as part of NASA's Project Echo. Later on it was adapted for radio astronomy and accidentally ended up confirming details of the Big Bang by picking up the cosmic microwave background radiation. The two men working on it ended up winning the Nobel Prize for that, and the antenna is still in place near the side of the road. In the book, I explain the cosmic microwave background radiation so that you understand how the Big Bang can be verified by a large antenna in New Jersey. Another place that I particularly like in the book is Bletchley Park in the UK. This is the place that code breakers worked during the Second World War to decrypt the Nazi German Enigma and Lorentz codes. Bletchley Park was so secret that in fact it was closed to the public up until the early 90s, and all of the equipment that had been used was destroyed. Churchill apparently asked that everything be cut up into pieces no bigger than a man's fist because he felt the work that had been done there was so secret. Today it is a museum about code breaking, and it has an accompanying computing museum because some of the early computing efforts were around code breaking. If you're in the US and you like cryptography, codes and ciphers, then the place to visit is the NSA's museum, which is in Fort Meade, Maryland. The National Cryptologic Museum is a small museum which was originally only for NSA employees, but now has been open to the public. It's housed in an old motel very close to the NSA headquarters, which you cannot visit, and it contains a wonderful collection of bits of equipment that the NSA has worked on over the years, including a working Nazi Enigma machine which you're allowed to get your hands on and actually type on. That's a unique experience. I hope you enjoy the Geek Atlas. It's 128 places that I think are absolutely fascinating, and I've accompanied them with the science so that you get a feeling, even if you don't travel there, of what the place is like and what the science, technology or mathematics is all about.